Hey everybody, I'm Kenny, and this is Sagebrush Soul.
Kenny? I thought your name was Dad.
Today we're headed to Lake Havasu CIty, Arizona to do a monster truck show, but we're taking a slow road through Utah because we're introducing my daughter Maddie's brand new YouTube channel, the Sago Archives. And I'm going to let Maddie tell you a little bit about what that channel's about.
So I'm an art history major, and so I want to share my love for, well, art, history, and any other creative projects that strike my fancy.
In order to get where we're going, we have to get off I-15 at Scipio, Utah. As we drove through town, I remembered that Maddie had some pretty deep roots here that I don't even think she knew about. The town is named after Scipio Africanus Kenner, who helped Mormon pioneers obtain the land in 1861. Our first stop is the Scipio Pioneer Cemetery, and it turns out Maddie has some relatives buried here. We found out the cemetery has become a community project, and the locals have been working on identifying some of the unmarked graves. It's the final resting place of many children. Kind of a sad reminder of how tough pioneer life could really be. The residents of the town keep a pretty close eye on the cemetery. We weren't even here a few minutes before a friendly local stopped to see what we were up to. The cemetery is also the resting place of a well-traveled builder who worked on the LDS temples in Kirtland, Ohio, Nauvoo, Illinois, Manti, Utah, and tons of other special projects for Brigham Young. There was also a fort here in Scipio, but I haven't been able to figure out the exact location or if it was a federal or Mormon fort. Nevertheless, the pioneer spirit is preserved in many neat old homes in Scipio. Maddie set a goal to see all the locations on Atlas Obscura in Utah. That played a big role in our travel plans. The next stop takes us down Highway 50 to Camp Salina. It's the site of a civilian conservation corps camp turned into a POW camp during World War II. It's also the site of one of the worst prisoner of war massacres in U.S. history.
At around midnight on July 8th, 1945, Private Bertucci came back here to Camp Salina for his watch, and he goes up into the guard tower, he loads a machine gun, and he lets loose into the prisoners' tents, and he killed about 8 German soldiers and sent about another 16 home wounded. And this is Camp Salina in Salina, Utah.
Unfortunately, I made a rookie mistake and thought my camera was on when it was off and off when it was on, so I got a ton of good footage of the gravel around the buildings and our feet, but not much more. You'll just have to come see this one on your own.
The song was first recorded by McClintock, also known by his hobo name of Haywire Mac. McClintock credited...
It's got a hobo name?
Hobo name. Haywire Mac.
That'd be cool to have a hobo name.
I want a hobo name.
What would your hobo name be?
I almost said dumpster.
Dumpster? Dumpster fire?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's see. What would
we can do better than that.
Yeah. What my hobo name would be.
Something with the word boots in it.
Oh, there. Glory Boots.
Glory Boots. That's the one. Glory Boots.
That's the one.
Wait,
right
I want one. That's good. Hold on.
Glory Boots. Don't you guys take that wrong. It's not. Old Glory Boots.
Oh.
That's what it better be. Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yep.
What would no, never mind. Nope, not gonna ask.
Still got to come up with yours, though.
I know.
While we're thinking about that, we'll bring you in on the conversation. We were just looking up to the origins of the Big Rock Candy Mountain song, written by Harry McClintock about a hobo's paradise and the namesake of our next stop, Big Rock Candy Mountain. Shortly after the song came out in 1928, someone stuck a sign along the road in front of this mountain composed of altered volcanic rock. The name stuck, and the area has embraced the hobo life, offering a caboose village where you can sleep in a rail car. Seems like everywhere we go on this trip, we're between seasons, so all we could get is some shots of the mountain and the resort signage. This is going to wrap up this part of our trip. In the next video, we'll be checking out the childhood home of Butch Cassidy, Red Canyon, and the Parowan petroglyphs. I'm Kenny, this is Sagebrush Soul, and may the best of your past be the worst of your future.